Hello there, Bic Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War Reloaded on the Series X, and this is my insane difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Act 4-3. It is entitled Hazing. So as soon as you get up here, there's going to be an E-hole to seal. I like to seal it with the frag grenades, just more consistent than the torque bow. The boom shot would be pretty good there because it requires a little bit of an arc to it. Now I found a pretty good spot over here, and by the way, that first hole, I believe it just had wretches. So if you ever hear Dom say wretches, then you've not sealed the hole properly. But I did find a pretty good spot here to get some headshots on these guys. I'm not sure why it's pushing me out of cover. I'm just gonna blame it on Dom since he's standing right next to me. But since these turret guys are just such bastards, I mean, you can't even get headshots on them. So I'm going to go for the tried and true 3 body shots on them with with this weapon. Why not the torque bow? It's just because anytime they sense that you're aiming at them, they'll turn around over to you, and it's harder to hit them. So this hole over here, I believe it also has some wretches. It's hard to see what that was. But as soon as you've killed the turret guy and his lackey, that hole will spawn that we just sealed. If it doesn't seal, it's probably because you're a little bit too close to it. So maybe just reposition yourself a little bit. And then, as you might notice, as soon as everybody's cleared and those holes are sealed, you'll have an elite grenadier who seems to just always run up to that sandbag area right next to the turret. I've never seen him get on the turret, so that's good in that sense. So once everybody's cleared, there's a closet back here with some ammunition. And I did misspeak in the last video. Remember when we were fighting that Titan or the Berserker, and I mentioned that the Hammer of Dawn becomes offline starting on this chapter? It does start to be offline, but it starts to be offline as of this fight right here. So you can use the Hammer of Dawn on the previous fight, but from that point forward, it's useless. So this is a kind of a challenging fight, but it's also an elegant fight because it has a ton of spaciousness to it, but they don't throw every damn thing in the world at you like they would maybe in Gears of War 3. So I do appreciate the fact that they give you a lot of space, but they don't crowd it with enemies. There's also a couple of blown out sections of 2 buildings that enemies spawn from, and it just depends on where you happen to be located, whether they're going to drop down from the left side or the right side. And the buildings I'm talking about, there's a building on fire, and then there's a building that I was just about aiming at right now, right above where I'm aiming now, on that side. So it doesn't matter too greatly, but once you have seen that spawn happen, there will be some more enemies spawning on the ground level that will come from the right. And is Dom down? Yeah, Dom is down. Yeah, here they come. See how they jump down from that second floor of that building there? There's 2 of them. But I'm telling you, they could also do the same thing from the building that's on fire to the left. And you might have also noticed that when you get into this area, there's like a Cantus or some sort of an elite enemy that has a little cutscene to his namesake. You can't kill him. He kind of taunts you throughout the chapter, but you can't kill him. He's just an omen of death or something. There's a long shot back here if you want, but this spawn is the one that I was talking about, how they come from an area over to the right in between those buildings. And then once everybody's dead, you'll have a boomer to contend with. This guy right here, who almost hit me with the boom. So I rather like this chapter. And he's dead. Okay. So I'm not too familiar with the item pickups around this area, as far as looking into every corner, finding grenades and things like that. I do know of one important one near the end of the chapter that has a torque bow, so I will point that one out. Um, there's a couple of frag grenades right over here with a jump scare, and then there is also a closet over to the right that has a wretch in it with some ammo. Here's that same enemy that was taunting you earlier. You can choose to follow him with no results, or you can just come on down this alleyway over here. I would highly stick to these weapons over here, and you've got a fight in this alleyway over here that has some grenadiers per usual, and I'm not sure if it has any Theron guards. We'll see in just a second. You can always, the Theron guards are fair enemies. You might not think that when you get hit by them, but they do announce when they're firing, just like the boomers do. I mean, they don't verbally announce it, but you can definitely hear that unmistakable sound of their torque bow winding up. And then, of course, I think, yeah, Dom is down here, but he's standing up, so it's a little glitch. I wonder if that glitch exists in Gears of War 1, the original. I seem to doubt it, because it always occurs to me that as they remake games and remaster them and reload them, that they break things. Crucial things. But anyway, just maybe one guy left. And if you're getting a lot of problems with the camera shake, just remember, let the camera shake, let it settle, and then shoot, because that's how you have to work with the camera shake. You can turn it off if you want to, but vanity made me turn it on, or at least keep it on, because it is on by default. Okay, and then if you want some good stuff, there's a torque bow down here somewhere. I'll show you it. And I think there's quite a bit of them, because it's right over here, and you get a full amount. I think you get 6 or 7. We got 5. Well, I overshot how many you got, so I apologize about that. I guess it was more wishful thinking than anything else. But that is the hazing chapter concluded, and we will be roadie running right into the next phase, which I believe is called Closer to Home. So, for Mick Benedict Productions, I hope that you are doing well, that you have been doing well, and that you continue to do well. And until we see each other again, please continue to take care.